The Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe of 1983 wasn't just another car from the early 80s, it was a statement. A sign that American performance wasn't fading, but transforming. Today, we dive deep into the story, the engineering, and the attitude behind one of Ford's most underrated performance icons. A machine that proved you didn't need a massive V8 to make an impact. You only needed intelligence, precision, and a whole lot of boost. When the Turbo Coupe rolled onto the scene in 1983, the world of American cars was changing. Fuel efficiency, emissions, and new technologies were reshaping what a performance car could be. Ford took a bold step by giving its luxurious Thunderbird a heart that was different from anything the model had carried before. A turbocharged 2.3-liter inline-4 shared with the Mustang SVO. It wasn't big, but it was fierce. Producing around 145 horsepower at launch, this engine delivered its power with a punchy, whistle-filled personality that instantly separated the Turbo Coupe from its V8-powered rivals. And it wasn't just the engine that made this Thunderbird special. Ford engineered the Turbo Coupe as a total package. It came standard with a sport-tuned suspension, beefed-up shocks, thicker sway bars, and performance-focused tires. Suddenly, the Thunderbird wasn't just a comfortable cruiser, it was a corner carver. The car felt alive, responsive, and ready to push boundaries in a way people didn't expect from a big American coupe. Inside, the Turbo Coupe carried an unmistakable 80s vibe. Deep bucket seats, a sporty steering wheel, and gauges that glowed with futuristic confidence. The driver was placed at the center of attention, surrounded by analog readouts, boost indicators, and controls that made you feel like you were piloting more than just a car. This was a cockpit built for someone who loved driving, someone who cared about every sound, every shift, every boost surge. On the road, the Thunderbird Turbo Coupe had a character all its own. It didn't roar like a V8. It hissed, it spooled, it surged forward with the smooth but forceful delivery only a turbo engine could provide. It invited the driver to push, to explore, to feel the wave of power as the turbocharger kicked in. In an era when performance was struggling to survive, the Turbo Coupe showed that innovation could keep the spirit alive. But what really made the 1983 Thunderbird Turbo Coupe stand out was how ahead of its time it was. Turbocharging wasn't common on American cars. Electronic engine management was still new. Aerodynamic design was only beginning to influence styling. Yet here was a Thunderbird that embraced all of it. Its sleek lines, its long hood and flowing roofline, its hidden headlights, it all came together to create a look that was bold, modern, and unmistakably Thunderbird. Ford didn't build the Turbo Coupe just to follow trends. They built it to prove something, that American engineering could innovate, adapt, and compete with the rising wave of European and Japanese performance machines. And for many enthusiasts, that's exactly what the Turbo Coupe did. It showed that Ford wasn't afraid to take risks, to experiment, and to push the Thunderbird into a new era. Today, the 1983 Turbo Coupe has earned a cult following. It's admired by collectors who appreciate its bold engineering and loved by drivers who understand how revolutionary it was for its time. Many see it as the car that bridged two worlds: the raw, muscular past of American performance, and the high-tech, turbocharged future that was just beginning. The Thunderbird Turbo Coupe wasn't the loudest car of the 80s. It wasn't the fastest, but it didn't have to be. It earned respect by being smart, refined, and quietly aggressive. By proving that, performance wasn't only about brute force, it was about engineering, balance, and innovation. And that's exactly why this car still matters. When you look at a 1983 Turbo Coupe today, you're looking at the early steps of a revolution. A car that dared to be different, dared to evolve, and dared to show America a new way forward. It stands as a reminder that performance can come from unexpected places, that courage in design can create legends, and that sometimes the most impressive machines are the ones that challenge the rules instead of following them. The Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe wasn't just a car, it was a turning point. A boost-powered symbol of change. And even now, decades later, its whistle still echoes as one of the most unique and impressive voices of American automotive history.